Think of it this way. Just like crawling is an important step before a baby learns to walk, using gestures like baby sign language is a key part of learning to talk. During infancy, there is a gap period where baby starts to communicate intentionally but can't speak clearly yet. This phase can last several months or longer depending on the baby, and using sign language makes this time a lot less stressful because babies can tell you what they need without crying. Imagine your baby signing milk or more instead of just getting upset. It's a game changer for both of you. Some people worry that using sign language might delay speech, but research tells a different story. Babies who learn sign language often start talking sooner and have bigger vocabularies. Plus, children exposed to sign language usually develop stronger language skills as they grow. It's like giving them a head start. Sign language lets your child feel the language and helps them connect words with their meanings, setting a solid foundation for language development. Plus, it can boost intellectual development, improve memory, and help with emotional regulation. So it's not just about communicating early, it's about giving your child a strong foundation for overall development. So in today's video, I'm going to show you 5 super useful baby signs that you can start using with your little one right away. These signs will make communication so much easier and fun. Let's jump in and learn how to teach them. First, think about the signs you want to use with your baby every day. Start with 1 or 2 and gradually add more over time. Too many signs at once can be overwhelming for your little one. Once they get the hang of 1 or 2 signs, adding more becomes much easier. You can expect your baby to start signing back around their first birthday. Elijah did his first sign more just before he turned 1. So be consistent, be patient, and trust that your child will learn. Whether you're breastfeeding or bottle feeding, you can use sign language to let your baby know that milk is on the way. Just make the sign for milk before feeding. You can start this as early as you like. I began teaching Elijah the sign for milk when he was around 4 months old. At first, I was a bit skeptical. How could a 4-month-old possibly grasp sign language, you know? But then when Elijah was about 6 months old, I had a light bulb moment. Every time I put lotion on Elijah, I would warm it up in my hands first. One day, as I rubbed my hands together, I noticed Elijah squeezed his eyes shut tightly, anticipating what was coming next. That's when it hit me. If he could learn this routine, he could definitely learn sign language too. And sure enough, he did. Now at 13 months old, when I do the sign for milk, he happily lies down on the feeding cushion all by himself and waits for his milk, even without milk in my hand. It's such a heartwarming routine that's made our feeding times even more special. At around 6 months, we started solids, and that's when I introduced the sign for food for the first time. Just like with milk, make the sign for food before feeding and do this consistently every time you offer food to your baby. This sign has become incredibly handy as Elijah grows. Just the other day, we were at the library and everyone was so quiet that I couldn't call him loudly while he was playing. But when I made the sign for food, he saw it and came back to me right away for his meal without me having to yell or walk over. It was so handy. Using 3 fingers, make a W for water and tap it on your chin. That's the sign for water. Do this every time before giving your baby a cup of water. This might be the trickiest sign for him to learn since he can't make the W with his fingers yet, but here's the magic. Since he started recognizing the sign for water, he gets so excited because he knows what's coming and realizes that I understand him. These little moments of connection are so precious when you see the light of understanding in your baby's eyes. And what I found super interesting was that if I gave him the cup of water without signing, he would just grab it and spill it, not realizing there was water inside. But when I did the sign first, he would pick up on it, be so gentle, and try to drink it. Now at 13 months old, Elijah truly knows the sign for water and is also a pro at drinking water out of an open cup. It's amazing to see how capable infants are and how quickly they learn from these simple gestures. Make your fingers like this and tap them together. This is sign for more. I find this sign really important and useful because babies often want more of something and need a way to express it. Unlike food and water, which we give them at set times, more is something they actively have to request. It means a lot because it empowers babies to actively communicate their immediate needs and desires, reducing frustrations and tantrums. By learning to sign more, babies can clearly express when they want additional food, playtime, or other activities, which helps them feel understood and satisfied. Elijah has been able to sign more when I ask if he wants more food, and I can see how happy he becomes when he signs for more strawberries and gets them. It really makes our mealtime interaction smoother and more enjoyable for both of us.
먹어. 먹어. 네 거야.
When we are finished with mealtime or an activity, we use this sign to say all done. If Elijah isn't done and I use the sign, he either gets upset or points at things he wants more, showing he's not done yet. But if he's actually done, he happily does the sign with me. By teaching babies to sign all done when they're finished with a meal or an activity, they can participate more actively in their routines, fostering a sense of control and improving their emotional well-being. It's important to note that baby sign language is meant to complement spoken language, not replace it. So keep talking to your baby, signing and speaking at the same time. The signs don't have to be the same as the ones we use, so follow your child's lead and let them develop their own signs. The whole point is to make communication easier between you and your baby while they're still not very verbal. Forget what the textbooks say and do what works for you and your baby. It's just gonna make things so much easier for your baby to express their needs and wants, creating a stronger bond between the two of you. So this is it. I hope you found this video useful and inspiring. If you have any other sign language tips or signs that you use at home with your little one, please share with them in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. On this channel, I create videos about Montessori parenting. If you'd like to see more, consider hitting the subscribe button and turning on notification bell for future content. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!